Um, so if you would like to watch the entire thing all the way through, feel free to look into the description. There is an unlisted video that you can click on that will have the entire video there. Just in case you want to sit down for an hour and a half and just listen, feel free and do that. However, we're going to be splitting this up into segments over the next 5 days. So if you want to watch them in segments and you want to watch 10-minute videos, we'll be doing that. But if you want to watch the entire thing, look in the video description.
Okay. I guess we
All
can
right.
click and stuff.
Yeah, go for it.
I didn't see anything move.
What do you mean?
The microphone like sensor thing. It was just like all the way at the bottom. It didn't move at all.
Yeah, mine goes a little bit, but
Okay. All right. Ready?
let's do this.
Okay.
Are we gonna do the clap thing or no?
We shouldn't have to because we started at the same time.
That'd be the hope.
Okay. Okay. Google's 2015 hopefully budget smartphones. GameStop wants back in the game. Sammy loses to Apple. And Google's project Aura, not Aura, Amazon's budget tablets, and finally 8K screens. Reincarnations of this podcast are fun, but it's time to get back into it. We've got big dreams ahead, so hold on to your panties. It's going to be a wild ride. This is the TechnoCola Podcast, episode 12, titled Moving On Up. Every time I do one of those, I don't know if I should get super announcery and become really happy about it or just kind of rate it off, but
Yeah, we're gonna try to overdo things a little bit,
yeah.
because we found that our podcasts seem to drone on a little bit,
Yeah.
and that's not a good thing
It's
for
not.
production value, for listening, or for producing, for that matter.
Yeah.
So if it seems a little over the top, that's the point. If it doesn't seem over the top and it seems like where it should be, we're going to try to keep working on it.
Yeah. In worst case scenario, I have my oh no, it's not doing it. I have my rave lights here. I don't know if you guys can see that.
Mm. That'll
Oh
keep
no.
things interesting.
Now I can't get it to stop. Oh god.
Oops.
Okay, there we go. We're good. All right.
Midday rave.
Yeah. Noon on
Hmm.
a Saturday, You know how we do.
Going
All
up
righty. Huh?
on a Saturday.
We should get somebody to make a song about that.
Hmm. I think that'd be a pretty easy sell.
Oh yeah. You could go a cappella and I'll just kind of sit here and I'll get one of those soundboards that play sound.
Yeah.
All right. First up, Google's 2015 event. September 29th. Their catch line for it was oh no. Oh no, I may have already
Yeah.
screwed over this podcast. Yeah, their tagline is join us for some tasty treats and so much s'more.
That's awful. That it's so good but so bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, oh,
Oh no. Hey, we
we didn't
forgot
do any updates.
we didn't do any updates.
Nope.
God. Okay.
That's fine. We can just keep going and, show people that we screw up a lot and we're
Yeah,
learning and
it happens. It
we're
happens.
bad. It's fine. We understand.
All right,
Did
so I guess we'll keep the updates kind of short. Big highlights. I upgraded my audio game, my microphone audio game, so hopefully you guys see some sort of difference. I sure do, just listening to myself. I'm having a new computer being built by myself. In the next, I think in a couple days from now, I'll be able to start ordering everything. So hopefully, a week. We'll update you on that later. But hopefully,
Yeah.
I'll have my computer back up soon. There's a PC part picker link in the description if you guys want to check out what I'll be doing. And we're gonna just delete this because it's not important. And I have the OnePlus 2 held in customs right now because China decided to inspect it for drugs. So that will be here on Monday too. So the next week is going to be it's going to be a mini Christmas for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I upgraded my camera game a little bit. Now I'm shooting with the Panasonic G7, which is this. It's essentially the GH4 just on a budget. So it doesn't have a lot of the features. Well, it doesn't have some of the features that the GH4 does, but I've seen video quality comparisons between the GH4 and the GH7, and it's pretty much the same thing. Um, I'll be doing a full review and a full upgrade, like video, why I chose to upgrade to this camera over, say, a Canon or a Sony, um, and the improvements that you should be seeing in the future. And a quick question for any of those actually listening: should we be doing 4K content? Is it really that important? Or should we just be doing downscaled to 1080p? I do have a 4K capable camera. I will be shooting in 4K, like I said before. But is 4K worth it to everyone out there? Because words. Because if it's not, then I'm just gonna upload in 1080p because it saves a lot of bandwidth. It saves a lot of render times.
And file size.
And file size. Oh, the files are obnoxious. I've been shooting a little bit with this, and a 30-second clip is like half a gig.
Yeah,
or something like
obnoxious.
that. Like, it's crazy stuff. I also got this, the Audio-Technica AT8024. It's a shotgun microphone. It kind of came with the camera for free, which was nice. So I'll be doing a review on that because why not? I also upgraded my audio system to the Audio Engine D1 DAC, which has been impressive as all get out. And Windows 10 problems because Windows 10. We'll get into that another time.
Yeah, that's a podcast in and of itself.
Yeah, a little bit.
Cool.
So we're going to be going over some channel updates. Gotham, you want to start with the first one?
Yeah, so there's going to be a new tech channel because Google doesn't want to let go of my my debit card from the account, which I'm assuming it might just be because of the whole Android Pay thing happening right now. But regardless, it's becoming a hold. So we're going to be going to a new tech channel. There should be a link that is easily accessible to y'all.
Mm-hmm. I'll put it on the screen and in the description when this gets uploaded.
Yeah.
Or Gotham will, because it's still under his channel.
God, this Google thing is really annoying. I just wish I could say, hey, get rid of this card from my account.
You know, like every other payment source ever.
Yeah. But whatever.
Yeah. So
and then
it's called Zenith Tech. Gotham and I are also working on Zenith Media, which is an entirely different thing. But Zenith Tech is kind of an offshoot doing, budget-oriented tech videos for people.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
keep an eye out for that.
And yeah, so with my computer parts hopefully being shipped midweek next week. So I guess the week that you guys are watching this now. I should be able to have all my parts put together in a computer, which I actually already have the case sitting next to me and a couple other things. So everything should be built, software installed, and everything else by the 10th of October, which seems like a long way out. But I guess now I understand why when companies say, "Well, we'll be finished with this thing by this time," and everyone's sitting here thinking, "Well, why does it have to take that long? It should take like a week max." But now with this stupid things happening, I understand why. So long story short, October 10th is when stuff will be happening. So
stupid school and work.
Well, and shipping and life.
Shipping and life. And, well, hopefully a life,
Yeah.
We don't need to feed the stereotype.
Yeah. All right, we've droned long enough.
Yep.
Let's actually get into the topics now.
For sure.
So yeah, Google's 2015 event. They're hopefully going to be announcing two budget smartphones, both the Nexus 5X and the Nexus 6P. Excuse me.
Hmm.
Sounds like I have to pee. Um, and the Marshmallow launch, Android Marshmallow launch, and new Chromecasts. And their tagline, it's oh so tasty. It's join us for some tasty new treats and so much s'more. Shout out to Android M Marshmallow.
Oh, the marketing people who came up with that.
Yeah, yeah. It goes along with their whole like new Google logo though. Like everything just
Mm-hmm.
seems like so much like happier and whatnot. So whatever, fine.
Mm-hmm.
Do
Not
you
so.
go ahead?
No, you're good.
Do you see underneath their on their you guys have the links to all these, but on their invite they have like something. So it says presentation at 9 a.m. and hands-on time to follow. Underneath that, there's some sort of image. What is that? I Are those marshmallows? Is that what that is?
No, I think they blocked something out. Because if you see beneath,
Oh,
it says questions.
gotcha.
Question mark, contact blank. And I think
Oh,
it's
I
just
see.
like an over pixelated
I see.
something.
I see.
So
I was
maybe
gonna.
maybe the people that have this image are under NDA and can't show something that's right there.
I mean, it's an
I don't know.
invite. You would expect it to just be kind of like I don't know, whatever. But um, so yeah, going along with the whole budget stuff, I am hoping that the Nexus 5 and the Nexus 6 are going to be the 5X and the 6P, sorry, are going to be budget oriented with the 5X manufactured by LG and the 6S, 6P, 6P.
6P.
Um,
6S is different.
yeah, with the 6P being manufactured by Huawei. So because the six, the normal six from last year was $600. Fun fact: you can buy them for $300 now. So
Yeah, yeah. They've come down quite a bit in price, but
yeah,
there are some issues with the Nexus 6, especially the camera that still eh.
yeah. And I mean, who wants to hold a 6-inch tablet? Oh, did I say I meant phone? Sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
really. It's like this is a Nexus 7.
yeah,
Everyone knows it. It's like a perfectly good tablet.
yeah.
Why would they make the Nexus 6 like almost as big?
Right, right.
Like I can
And
one hand this, but that's just because I have giant hands. But
yeah,
like a phone that's that big, I mean, my pockets aren't that big. I mean, even especially in some situations, you know what I'm talking about.
no, I
Um,
don't. Expand.
mm, mm, well, that is exactly what I'm talking about. But it's still like a 6-inch device fitting in your pocket along with the other thing right next to your pocket. It's a little much. The ladies might think the bulge is artificial.
So I
You wanted jokes.
I did. So this is a 5.5-inch display,
Uh-huh.
the One Plus One, and I had the Nexus 7 too. And I went back and forth with the 7 too because it was just I understand where Google was coming from in a way because it's like, all right, people don't want to carry around a tablet and a phone.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but 6 inches, like a 6-inch phone is ridiculous. Like even with a 5-inch phone, there was no reason for me to use a 7-inch tablet because it's so close in size. What's
Mm-hmm.
what's what's the difference? Um, so yeah, they're
Yeah.
they're I guess conforming to or not conforming, but accepting that the 6 probably wasn't the biggest success and launching a 5 variant. So
Yeah, I'm really hoping they move back towards that budget oriented um, device like the
yeah,
Nexus 5 was.
yeah,
Now, the Nexus 5 wasn't cheap by any means, but it was cheaper than most smartphones at that time. So, if they can move at least one of the two, maybe the
hmm
Nexus 5S, is that what it's called? No, X,
5X
5X. 5X and the 6P. I'm hoping that the 5X is kind of the budget oriented one.
Yeah.
because LG made the Nexus 5 and that worked out really well.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Nexus 6 is going to be the Nexus 6P is going to be God, these names like
Yeah.
Apple with their 6S, 6S Plus. Like,
Well, do you think there's a reason for why it's the X and the P? Is there a reason to it?
probably
I'm sure there is, like somewhere, but
6 pixel. Maybe it has like a 1440p screen. I don't know. And then the 5X because X is extreme.
yeah, maybe. Honestly,
Eh,
I feel like they should just name all these phones like based off of screen size and then the OS that they launched with. So like the Nexus 5M, or like
yeah,
in 2013 the Nexus 5L for Lollipop. Like I think
yeah.
that would be a fantastic idea because then you don't need to deal with Nexus 5 2014, 2015, 2013, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Especially since they're like actually overlapping names now. They
Right.
either need to come up with a new scheme or figure something out to differentiate themselves.
Yeah.
Because this is getting obnoxious.
Yeah.
Because just in 2015, we have had the Apple 6, the 6 Plus, the 6S, the 6S Plus, the Galaxy S6, the Galaxy S6 Plus, the Galaxy S6 Edge, the
S6
Galaxy
Edge
S
Plus.
the
Oh
Galaxy
yeah.
S6 Edge Plus. Like, how many freaking phones can have a 6 in them?
Yeah. Yep, yep, yep.
Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, we get them all straight, but the average consumer, we get them all straight, as you can see by our great commentary.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, but the average consumer, not the YouTube channel, but like the average person
Haha.
can't like, how are they going to be able to tell the difference between all of them without
Yeah.
like seeing the device itself?
Right, right. Yeah. I'm and Samsung's like, do you remember Samsung's like marketing thing for the S6?
Which one?
Their like tag, so if you walk into a store and you go try to buy like an S6,
Mm-hmm.
there's like a tagline for it. Do you remember what it was?
No, I don't.
It was six appeal. And I just kind of looked at that like, oh man,
Wow.
six
That's
appeal. Yep, yep. That's great. So yeah, man. I don't know. I think so it was kind of weird. So last year and the year before it, the both the Nexus 6 and the Nexus 5, Google didn't do an event. It was just a blog post saying, "Here they are. Go
mm-hmm.
buy them if you want them." So it's kind of interesting that they're doing an event again. Like I think the last time they did this was for a Nexus phone. Like the Nexus 4 didn't even get it, and that was in 2012. So
Yeah.
it's been a few years. So
Yeah, I'm thinking that Google is going to be unveiling something that's different, something
hmm
that takes some explaining.
right,
Like the Nexus 5, the Nexus 6, and the Nexus 4, they were all fairly standard devices. Not
hmm
standard like average, but standard as in like people understood what they were going for. It was really
right,
straightforward. Especially if they end up having the bump on the back
hmm
of one of the devices, like we've heard rumored. Um, that's going to take some explaining to people.
yeah.
So that might be why they're holding an event, but it is kind of strange.
Well, also we're on this like cusp of like new technology, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if the rumors are to be trusted, and I mean there are a bunch of pictures and spec like accurate spec leaks that were leaked,
Yes.
that showed like the fingerprint sensor on the 5, the new USB Type C. So like Marshmallow has tons of support for like future technologies. So this might
Mm-hmm.
just be like, hey, like it's not. This isn't just like a normal unveiling because like you said, like the 4, 5, and 6 in 2012 through 2014 were like pretty standard phones. Like there wasn't anything like crazy about them. It was just here's a
Yeah.
new phone. So
Maybe that's what the 6P is for. It's for the camera bump. The Nexus 6 Pixel
well,
actually has.
the 5 has a camera bump too, right? They both have
Oh,
very
really? I
yeah.
haven't seen leaks of either of them.
The 5 is it's like if you guys remember, you guys probably, well, it was actually kind of cheap back in the day. The HTC One X It was like
Mm-hmm.
just like a white backed phone with a centralized camera that was bumped out. That's what it looks like, ridiculously similar to the HTC One X.
Yeah.
Um, and then the Nexus 6P looks so much like the original Droid. Like,
Really?
yeah,
That's that's strange.
like the camera bumps at the top. So like if you imagine what does it look like? Jeez. Imagine like a rectangle, and then at
Mm-hmm.
the top of the rectangle it's just like like an eighth of the width
That's
bump, if
really
that makes any
strange
sense.
because I thought things were moving to be like more square with slightly rounded edges,
Mhm.
and from what I remember, the Droid is more rounded
Yeah.
than most phones. So that's a strange move by Google if it's actually going to be like that.
I mean, I
Like in NKBHD's words, if you're going to have a camera bump, why don't you just fill out the
fill it
back
out.
with battery?
Yeah.
Because everybody wants a bigger battery. Like, you will sell so many phones if you just put in a freaking bigger battery. Nobody can get it in their minds that, one day battery life just doesn't cut it for some people. Because one
Mhm.
day for, me might not last half a day for Gotham, who's more of a mobile power user.
Well, that comes with using an iPhone though too. There's not much you can do.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Uh, But even that, like, I would much rather have a high power computer and a low power phone than vice versa.
Right. Right. Yeah, man. I mean, I really hope that they make this um, budget tech,
Hmm.
because not only would it help us, but it honestly, I think it's going to hit a larger market. Like, people would love to get like a night so obviously if they're budget oriented, they're cutting some corners somewhere, which
Hmm.
sucks, but I mean, if they're cheaper, you're going to get a bigger draw to people there anyway. So,
Yeah, yeah. This this is scarily similar to the route AMD is moving within desktop stuff.
hmm,
And I'm not gonna like go off into the AMD Nvidia like is AMD going to die thing because I
yeah.
don't think they're going to. That's just anti-competitive and it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense for Nvidia to try to do that. Um, that's beside the point. How AMD is trying to move towards more pro grade, more high end processors now because they notice that the budget market is kind of stagnant. Um, like they haven't had a CPU refresh with actual new processor technology in like 5 or 6 years now, just because they haven't been putting a lot of time into it. And similar to how Google did last year with the Nexus 6, they made a super high end, super expensive device that people had a lot of gripes about. Now, AMD hasn't gotten to that point yet. They're moving there. And now Google's going back to their roots of the budget oriented technology, at least hopefully. Because if it's another $600 device, I think all of the work that they put in branding, the Nexus 4, the Nexus 5, I can't talk about the earlier ones because I don't remember them. But essentially, they're ruining all of the marketing branding of being a very, very solid budget device.
The Nexus 4 actually was the first phone that was budget oriented. Like, all the ones before it were like, um, what would you say? Like high end, like top of the market devices.
Gotcha.
Um, so it was kind of weird. Like, when the Nexus 4 came out, it was another just a blog post.
Hmm.
Um, I think The Verge was the only one that got like exclusive rights to like do an interview on Google's campus. But beside the point, I think it's going to be an interesting launch and see what they do. But
I'm sure we'll be talking about it right after it happens.
oh
So
yeah,
the week that Gotham gets his computer back, we should have a video out on this,
yeah.
at least discussing it and what's going on.